Dave Evans here for Tungsten Tales. Dave, it's been a bit of a strange lockdown for you because there's many darts players that haven't had the opportunity to play so much darts, but you've been competing most days with the MODUS stream. I'm sure that must be a great opportunity for you.
It's absolutely massive opportunity. You first get asked by your management to play in this league and against some of the best players in the world. It's really good to keep that practice going. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you were asked, were you any reservations about playing, or was it a case of just want to jump straight in there and play as much darts as I can?
I'll jump straight in. Yeah, absolutely. If you get that opportunity to play that much darts, you've got to take it with both hands. You have to, because during the lockdown, it's not good for most people. They don't get the opportunity to do that. Maybe their internet streaming's down, or they can't get to play competitive darts against one another. So to be able to have that opportunity is really good.
I was going to say, I think players have taken lockdown a little bit differently to others. Some have been maybe relaxing and not practicing too much at all. Others have been putting in regular hour-long practice sessions on the board, and it looks like you've taken the opportunity to get plenty of practice in.
Absolutely, yeah. If it's practice makes perfect, as they say. The 3 Ps, which I can't really say out loud, but if you don't prepare, then you do prepare to fail, basically. So you need to get all that practice in as much as you can.
And in terms of the MODUS League, obviously you're playing top-class players pretty much every day when you're playing on the streams, and regular games as well. Even though it's short format, I'm sure the fact that you're playing top-class players is really preparing you well for when we finally do get out of lockdown and get to play some more competitive darts.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the format that they're playing at the minute, best of 9, it is the Challenge Tour format. It is the Q-School format. So it's standing me in good stead playing that format against these top players. You've got Bessel Neiman, you've got Fallon Sherrick, Mike Warburton, and everybody that's been playing in it, Jason Askew as well. And obviously the legend that is Martin Adams, 63 years young, and he's still flying 90-plus averages, which frightens me somewhat, But yeah, playing against those in that sort of format, it's only gonna go well for myself. Yeah.
And I think we have to talk about your match with Phil Taylor last night. What an opportunity it was to play a legend and what many people say is the greatest player that the game has ever produced.
Oh, of course. I mean, I've not played Phil Taylor since I was 11 years old, and that was in an exhibition in a local pub where my mum lived. So it was really good to think 19 years later I'm going to be playing the 16-time world champion. And to come out a 4-2 winner is brilliant. He's been my idol since I was a kid. So along with Eric Bristow as well. So to be able to do that, and some of the words he said to me after were amazing, really good. What
happened when you were 11? Did you beat him then?
We played 1,001 down, and I got down to 11. Got down to 11 left, and I think he took 145 out or something like that to win. The whole pub booed, but yeah, it was really good. Some good fun, and he had his tash that he used to have. But yeah, it was good.
What are the nerves like on a stream ball? Because it's obviously you haven't played on TV too much, but you know what it's like to be up on a TV stage. Are there nerves playing on a stream like that, or?
No, not really. I mean, I've had the experience playing on a stream before when I played on the Pro Tour in Dublin. That was against Peter Wright, and I've played on a stream before that against Alan Norris in the UK Open qualifiers. So it's not as nerve-wracking as being on an actual TV stage, because it's a lot smaller. And you know that this particular one with the MODUS one, you're in your own home. You've got your own camera there, the camera's there, and it's not pointing directly at you, so it's completely different. But I wouldn't say it's as nerve-wracking as being on TV now.
You've talked about the legend Phil Taylor. We briefly touched on Martin Adams. Was it maybe not as much for pleasure, because I know you idolised Phil Taylor, but to be playing Wolfie fairly regularly, that must be a real joy for you.
Of course, he's a legend of the game, is Martin. He's 3-time world champion, countless amount of times world master. He's played with the best players in the world, and for him to still be chucking 90-odd 100 averages at 63 years young it's absolutely amazing. And to just be able to have a chat with him beforehand and after the game, it's really good as well.
Yeah, I think it's invaluable experience to be playing players of that calibre and of that experience on a regular basis. There's so many players that won't get the chance to do that, and it's a great opportunity for you, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's players at home that aren't getting this opportunity, and from the guys at MODUS and Red Dragon and everyone that's behind the scenes sorting the MODUS Live League out and the Night of the Darts, it's been absolutely amazing for me to be a part of, and getting that practice in, and hopefully sets me in good stead for the following year.
Yeah, I was going to say, what were the plans going into this year for yourself? I'm sure there's obviously changed now due to lockdown, but what were you hoping to achieve in 2020?
Obviously, with the stuff up in the air with the BDO at the moment, we didn't know what was going to happen, whether the WDF were going to take over the tournaments, etc. I was going to carry on doing a few of the BDO events, and obviously the Challenge Tour as well, and then keep practicing as well, and going forward to Q-School and try and have another go at Q-School and get that elusive tour card that I've been after for a number of years.
Should we talk about Q-School then?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
We know it didn't go quite to plan at Q-School. We know you'd come off a very good BDO World Championships at the Indigo. What was Q-School like for you? Because I know a lot of players have said it was tougher than they expected it to be.
Yeah, it's always been tough, but I think last year was coming off the back of playing really well at the World Championships. It was a little bit harder for me. You have that target on your back, as they say, and everyone wants to play their best games against you. And unfortunately for me, they did. Didn't play the best I could, but I'll be ready and raring for it this year. Definitely next year, definitely, absolutely.
Do you think maybe it was a little bit of a case of burnout from just the excitement and just everything that went on at the Indigo?
Yeah, I think the adrenaline sort of kicked down. The adrenaline was up there at the World Championships, and then obviously a few days rest, and then it was back on to Q-School. It's hard when you walk into that room and you've got 500-600 people, in one room, and you think, wow, I've got to get through all this, and you start thinking about it. Then I think the best thing to do about it nowadays is don't think, just play your own game. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many quality players there. Even if you're a top class player, I feel like lots of the tour card holders may struggle to get through a field like that. But once you do get onto the tour, lots of people are saying that you'll have a bit of success there. Is that the sort of mindset you're in? Yeah,
it is. It's always been a dream of mine to be a professional dart player and have a tour card, and play against the likes of Van Gogh and Peter Wright on a daily basis or a weekly basis. And when I've been on the Pro Tour before via the Challenge Tour, they've actually said to me, "How have you not got a tour card?" Because some of the games that I've played, the last time was against Adrian Lewis, Simon Whitlock, etc. They've all turned around and said, "Why have I not got a tour card? I should have one." So I just need to go out there and prove what I've been doing the last 3 or 4 weeks now, and get out there and get that tour card.
Okay. We don't know how long we're going to be in lock for now, but there's plenty more darts to be played for yourself, and we look forward to seeing you plenty more on the MODUS stream over the coming weeks.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll there might be something new next week, but we don't know at the moment. But hopefully so. And I'll be on Twitter and Facebook as well anyway. So if anyone does fancy a game, then just give us a shout.
All right, brilliant. Thank you very much, David.
No problem at all, Josh. Take care.